This is the right place?
Uh-huh.
They're waiting for us. Let us go.
New arrivals. I'm waiting for someone. It's against the house rules, you know that, eh? Don't imagine I'm carrying a torch for one of our guests. Look, they pay good money to come here, to play their games in private without any hang-ups. Right. So why shouldn't they pay me something for keeping it that way? If you're thinking of trying blackmail, it won't work. Why not? Because you'll never find anything out about these men. I already have found out about some of them. You know who they are? This isn't my first party. I've taken notes, listened hard, and then put two and two together. Why should it just be the men who keep little black books? Don't be foolish, Anne. Don't worry, the names are all carefully coded. A state minister here, a parliamentary secretary there. It's dangerous, Anne. Yes. For them it is.
Would you like to take a walk?
All right.
No, I meant in the garden.
It's a garden? Why not?
Renata. Renata, forgive me.
Wait a minute, I lost my shoe.
Shoe? Here it is.
But that's not mine.
Got you alone. Can we please talk about the book?
Isn't it beautiful? You notice how the colors keep changing?
Lovely. Jason, when will the book be finished?
I suppose sometime after it started.
You mean you haven't even started yet? Then I've got to have the completed draft in London by the end of the month.
Well, I have to go to Rome first and get the NZO prize.
And sit for your statue for the Writers' Academy. I haven't forgotten. And the book is the most important. Jason! Do something, Jason, please!
When you first became my publisher, you promised to stick by me through thick and thin.
I said nothing about rhinoceroses. Jason! Ah!
Shoot! Big bully!
Jason! Simon!
I have it on very good authority they're vegetarians.
I know that, you know that, but does that thing outside know that?
Would you excuse me?
Can I help you, Capitano?
Yes, I believe you can. Do you recognize her?
Yes, that is Anne Wilcox, one of the girls in the show.
When did you last see her, senor?
A couple of days ago, I'm not sure.
Not sure? You're not responsible for the show?
No. I booked them through an agency. You should talk to their manager.
What are I going to do? There's nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. The police are here.
Renata, listen. As far as you're concerned, Anne just left the show. You don't know about the villa, do you understand?
The police, they question us. They always do.
So what? You knew her. But that's all. Answer their questions. But you know nothing about her private life. Nothing.
I'll try.
Renata, you'll do better than just try. You'll do exactly as I say. Otherwise, well, just remember what happened to Anne.
Yes, it's Anne Wilcox.
Mr. Thistle, why didn't you report to us that she was missing?
I didn't know that she was. She left the show. I agreed to cancel her contract, said she was going back to England. As far as I was concerned, she did.
Her personal belongings?
She took them with her.
I see. Can you tell me anything about Anne Wilcox?
Very little. She was a dancer. They come and go.
Did she have any particular friends?
In the show?
You tell me.
Not that I'm aware of.
Do you know how she spent her free time?
These girls don't have chaperones, Captain.
I suppose not. But she may have mentioned something?
Not to me.
I see. Have you seen this before?
Should I have?
It was found round a dead girl's neck.
What was on it?
I was hoping you would tell me.
Oh, I have no idea. Locket, perhaps.
You don't know for sure?
I can't remember Anne wearing anything special. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Steve.
Is that all?
For the moment, yes. I would like to talk to the girls, but at a more convenient time. Would tomorrow morning be suitable? My office, 11 o'clock? Perhaps you could accompany them, Mr. Thistle. Then we could continue our talk.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Until tomorrow, then.
She is a beauty. No, you're not allowed to shoot my wife.
Excuse us, Signor King.
Yes.
You say you got that in one shot.
Yes.
Does that mean it was rather dangerous?
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that. Anyway, I think that a little danger adds spice to the hunt, don't you? No, it took us, nearly 3 days to track it down, didn't it? Here we are.
Oh, before you go, Signor, is it true that the Contessa Arabella de Maggiore has agreed to do your statue for the Writers' Academy?
Without appearing to be too ungallant, it's more correct to say that the Contessa approached me.
And,
Oh, I agree.
Oh, Signor King.
Oh, dear, yes.
One last question, Signor.
All right.
When can we expect your new book?
When indeed?
A novel by Jason King. Chapter 1, The Company I Keep. The Villa Goritza showed no sign of life as the two men left the car.
Distant thunder was the only sound to disturb the dark and brooding night. The great portico, huge and forbidding, rose before them. Then suddenly, all was light and laughter. A surreptitious gathering of ministers of many governments, all blindly unaware of the danger they were in, unaware that in the grounds of the villa lay the body of an English dancer.
Anne Wilcox.
It's a perfectly ordinary English name for a perfectly ordinary English girl.
Jason, didn't you read about the English dancer who was found dead here last week?
Last week I was in Africa.
Her name was Anne Wilcox.
What did you say?
Not only that, her death was believed to be connected with ministerial parties in a villa outside Rome.
What was the motive?
The newspapers suggested blackmail.
Blackmail?
Didn't you know about it, Jason?
No, I didn't.
Then it's a very extraordinary coincidence.
Not at all. Not the first time events have proved to be an accessory before the fact. May I look?
No. Now.
Magnificent. Sensual, without being gross. Passionate, intellectual. Without melancholy. Truly magnificent.
Jason, you've never spoken of my work like that before.
I was referring to the subject. This head is at most subtly objective and at least remarkably representative.
Thank you, Jason. Now disrobe, please.
Disrobe.
Jason, this is a full-figure piece. Please take off Mr. Balzac's robe.
Contessa, in the presence of a lady, I have never disrobed. Unilaterally.
Sì. Sì. Momento. Momento. It's for you. From London.
Pronto? Oh, Nicola. You got the first chapter. Did you like it?
I loved it, Jason. But it is only the first chapter. By the schedule we agreed, you should now be sitting working at your desk in the hotel.
I was just this moment leaving.
Good. Now listen, Jason. I need advance information for the jacket copy and cover design. You've got ministerial parties, blackmail, murder. So far, so good. But what happens next?
Oh, it's a very good idea, Nicola. Well, call me tomorrow. I shall have to sleep on it.
You slept on it last night.
More or less.
Jason, put that Contessa down and tell me more of the story.
All right, now listen, Nicola. Enter the villainess, a beautiful girl called Neda Hamilton.
Neda Hamilton. I suppose she organizes the parties and is probably responsible for the murder.
Bully for you, Agatha. Now, would you like to hear the Jason King version? Nicola? You there? Okay. All set.
Neda Hamilton pulled her white Porsche to a halt outside Giorgio's bar. As she went in from the street, Mark Kane was no more than a pace or two behind her.
Good. Good, then Mark Kane's on her trail.
Once inside, he took her arm, spinning her towards him. "I have to speak to you," he said, urgently. Neda Hamilton's eyes flickered a distress call to Giorgio behind the bar.
The bulky figure of Giorgio stepped forward.
What was that? Jason, speak up. It's a bad line.
Ah, buonasera, signor King.
Buonasera.
Le chiavi?
Yes, please. Ci sono messaggi?
Yes. Miss Nicola Harvester from London, sir. She called 5 times on the half hour.
Excuse me. I'm in a terrible hurry. Has anyone left a message for me? My name is Hamilton, Neda Hamilton.
Excuse me. Did you say Neda Hamilton?
Yes. Why do you ask?
Fancy.
No. Nobody in that name, I'm afraid.
Chapter 2.
Excuse me.
Miss Hamilton? She's got a white Porsche. A white Porsche? And her name is Neda Hamilton.
Do you want your key, sir?
No, I don't think so. This is much more interesting.
Neda Hamilton pulled her white Porsche to a halt outside Giorgio's bar. As she went in from the street, Mark Kane was no more than a pace or two behind her.
I have to speak to you. Urgently. Your turn.
Beg your pardon.
That's a line from my book. I have been hearing things, and I thought I was beginning to see them. I really would like to speak to you.
If you don't leave immediately, I'll have Giorgio throw you out.
Thus, it is written. Oh, dear.
Now, listen, wait a minute. Now, play fair. Neither of you are characters in my book.
It's a very improbable story, Mr. King.
Well, I gave it voluntarily. I really don't see why you disbelieve it.
Anne Wilcox's murder. This girl named Neda Hamilton. Giorgio's bar. A formidable list of coincidences.
This is more than coincidence. Haven't you heard? It's a gift I've developed. The gift of extrasensory perception. A gift I place at the disposal of your department.
Thank you, Mr. King, but no. It would give me such an unfair advantage over my colleagues, not to mention the criminal population of the city.
Thank you. Well, since you have brought no charges against me yet, I'll take my leave.
Mr. King, I much admire your books.
Oh, really?
But then, of course, I'm a great admirer of the whole field of English detection and police work. Sherlock Holmes, Bulldog Drummond, Sexton Blake.
Sexton Blake?
And their greatest, most noble successor, Mark Gane. I believe he'll outlive all of them.
Really? Yes, I thought I noticed the, and the shirt and Savile Row.
Of course.
Mr. Codd?
Where else?
Yes, I thought so.
Mr. King, which tailor do you prefer?
My own.
Are you sure you have the right apartment, Mr.
Thistle, Alfred Thistle. You are the Contessa Arabella di Maggiore?
Yes,
Friend of Jason King's?
yes, but I
Then
do...
this is the right apartment. He's not here.
No. He has a more than adequate suite of rooms at the Hotel Splendido. I imagine that you will find him there.
Contessa, I have a message for him.
Now look here, Mr.
Thistle.
Is that really a name or just a pronunciation exercise?
Insults flow off my back, Contessa. You ask who I am, tell your friend Mr. King that the fiancée of Anne Wilcox called to see him.
Anne Wilcox, the English dancer.
Who was so brutally murdered. A tragedy, a tragedy.
Are you really her fiancé?
We were terribly close, Contessa, until the blow fell. Tell Mr. King I consider myself her next of kin. Her heir, so to speak.
I don't understand. Was she very rich?
She was about to be, Contessa. Let's put it that way. She was about to be.
So the Rome police refused your help, Jace.
Oh, I offered them the story. With every detail worked out.
Every detail, except Alfred Thistle.
And if I'd written chapter 6, they'd probably know all about Alfred Thistle.
You don't really believe you have extrasensory perception, do you, Jason?
Why not? Stop here. Yes, this is it.
What?
Our starting point. In chapter 1, it says the villa's in the Gorizia area.
But, Jason, according to the newspapers, Anne Wilcox's body was found abandoned by a roadside.
She was killed in the garden of the villa.
In your book, she was.
And in fact, I'll prove it to you. We'll find the villa. It's all here. Listen. Drive slowly. Chapter 5. As Mark Kane approached Gorizia, the moonlight sparkled on the stream which ran beside the road. A few hundred meters and he was crossing the old humpback bridge. Mark swung the car right at the crossroad. Short distance ahead, the road passed close to a giant electricity pylon. As he turned the bend, the gates of the villa appeared ahead of him, flanking pillars surmounted by a pair of stone urns.
Perhaps you do have extrasensory perception after all, Jason.
Let's take a look inside, shall we? Well, it looks deserted. Mark Kane broke in from the back. The little invention of mine, which Scotland Yard are thinking of patenting. course, it's a foreign lock. Should have known. That's what I suppose you call the feminine touch. It's so delicate. Now, this isn't how I envisaged it.
I don't like it, Jason. Let's go.
Yeah. I can see it. All. The wine flowing. The girls. The fat frolics of the ministerial guests.
Jason, look.
I thought you'd get here, Mr. King, sooner or later.
Alfred Thistle. Goody, goody. Now I'll learn all about Chapter 6.
I hope you're not considering violence, Mr. King.
No, nothing was further from my thoughts.
Good. Then let's talk business.
Anne Wilcox was a friend.
A very dear friend, Mr. King. We shared all our secrets.
And she told you about the parties?
Yes.
Blackmailing the guests?
A harsh word, Mr. King, but yes.
And you thought you'd take over where she left off?
Exactly.
How can I help? Anne Wilcox's little black book?
Yes. And I imagine it must be worth quite a lot of money to you.
Why to me?
Because in it, your name is prominently featured.
As one of the guests.
As the guest.
The one Anne Wilcox was going to blackmail.
Correct, Contessa. Damning evidence against you, Mr. King. As I said, worth a lot of money.
The other names?
A lot of names, Mr. King. Most of them, I understand, close friends of yours.
Well, let's have a look at the book.
No violence, you said.
The book, Thistle.
I should warn you, Mr. King, I'm not quite so ineffectual as I look.
Arabella, the book!
Now, Jason, may we please go?
Why not? Get back. Over there.
Good afternoon, Mr. King.
Hello. Good afternoon.
And where is your charming companion?
Shopping, I think.
Never mind. First things first. You must forgive me for following you, of course. But after that preposterous story you told me last night...
I was only trying to help. Excuse me, your cuff.
Oh, thank you. Very clever in the circumstances. But you were only prepared to tell us what we already knew, Mr. King. You were not ready to tell us where this villa was, for example.
Well, at the time, I didn't know Capitano.
I think, Mr. King, we should go back to my office. This time for a serious talk. This way, please. After you, Mr. King.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, who's that?
Get up! Get up! Come on.
Thank you, dear. Did you hear the Capitano?
Yes. He said he wanted to ask you some questions. Why didn't you go along?
What, with this? Really? I think we're going to find that Anne Wilcox's real book will be much more interesting reading.
A real one?
It was obviously a fake. I've done some strange things in my time, but never. And in a bowler hat. It's in Anne Wilcox's belongings. Thistle obviously found it and thought he'd make some dough.
You think he really was her fiancé?
We've only got his word for it.
You can catch her in a dressing room now if you like. Number 5 for the girls.
Oh, buonasera.
Hi.
These are for you, Miss Hamilton. May I have a word with you?
My name's Simpson. Cora Simpson. You've got the wrong girl.
But at the hotel reception, you said your name was Hamilton.
I don't know what you're talking about. I told you. That's me. Are you satisfied, or do you want to see my passport?
No, no passport necessary. But I would like a word with you if it's at all possible.
Sorry, no. Thanks for the flowers.
My pleasure. Have a nice show.
Jason King.
Don't forget, you have a license to consider.
There was someone here a few minutes ago asking to see one of the girls.
Arrested?
Well, not exactly, but I'm wanted for questioning. It is quite clear that I'm the #1 suspect for the Anne Wilcox murder.
Jason, what about the book?
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you're concerned. Well, I suppose I could write it in jail, but I am inclined to be affected by my environment. Nicola, I want you to listen very carefully. I've known from the very beginning. What I'm trying to say is, in case anything happens to me... Now, what's the matter with me? It's very pessimistic. No, listen, much more important. The key to the whole thing is in the name Neda Hamilton. I've checked with the Italian land registry, and she's down as the owner of the villa.
But, Jason, I don't see how that helps.
It helps because we know that she really does exist. Miss Neda Hamilton, nationality, American citizen, principal domicile, London, England. And, Nicola, I want you to find out all you can about her.
But, Jason, it...
Really, what's the matter with me?
I have got him.
Get thee to another.
Per favore, mal di dente.
Grazie, grazie.
Grazie, grazie, grazie. I think you rather overdid it, Jason.
Well, it was that cardinal on the second floor. He gave me such a strange look.
Perhaps he noticed the look you gave that little maid on the first floor. Jason, do you mind telling me why you've gone to all this trouble to break into your own hotel room?
I thought it was time to let you into the secret of my extrasensory perception.
But I thought you no longer believed that you had it.
I never did. It was unnecessary. I discovered, first night I was here, I was lying on the bed, reading my Balzac, when I suddenly heard a novel involving Mark Caine being dictated. I thought I was dreaming. It seemed to come from right behind my head.
And what was it?
Time-operated tape. I'll show you. Unfortunately, they didn't take into account my nocturnal habits, because, of course, I was supposed to be fast asleep, so when I got up in the morning, extrasensory perception. So I put down Balzac and followed my ghostwriter. I've been following it ever since. Would you like to hear chapter 6 before I tape it?
Prego.
Chapter 6. The Death of Alfred Thistle. On charges of double murder, Anne Wilcox and Alfred Thistle. Mark Caine is arrested. On charges of double murder, Mark Caine is arrested.
You only spell trouble.
Trouble?
Last time you were here to see Cora, first the police, then Cora disappeared. Now I got no solo artist.
Oh.
There's a permanent police guard on the door.
Yes, I saw. Very bad for trade.
Yeah, very bad for trade. So out you go, senor. No. The way you came in.
Before I go, Alfred Thistle. Where do I find him?
Where do you find him? I don't understand. I gave him a message to find you.
A message who from?
From you, senor. A boy delivered it. He wants to meet you in a villa somewhere on the outskirts of Rome.
Thistle! Thistle! Oh, no. Now, come on, Thistle. We don't want to play any more games.
dare to say.
You might well face some very serious charges, Miss Simpson.
I was driving to Giorgio's bar where I work when my car crashed. That's all you've got on me, a speeding charge.
And Thistle's murder.
It was news to me.
She was the villa, all right. I've got a bump on my head to prove it.
You'll need more proof than that. I never hit you, and I wasn't at the villa. It's your word against mine, that's all.
Inspector, have you ever thought that that dance company was an ideal place to recruit girls for parties?
And the guests at the villa, did they come from, as Rome gossip insists, ministries and government departments?
Well, if not, why all that effort to cover their identity by substituting my name and the names of my friends into Anne Wilcox's little black book?
It is obvious, of course, that you had to select someone like Mr. King. Few men had a wider network of affluent friends.
You're losing me. What's all this got to do with the speeding charge?
And 2 unsolved murders.
And nothing to connect them with me. Sure, I knew Anne Wilcox, but what she did was her affair. Just let me speak to my lawyer. He'll have me out of here in no time.
We'll hold her, of course, but she's right, Mr. King. I cannot charge her with murder simply on your word. And the fact that you thought she used the name Netta Hamilton one night in a hotel lobby.
She used the name Netta Hamilton. And intuition tells me that name will provide the answers.
No, Mr. King. We've already checked. Netta Hamilton was a rich American lady of 70. She died in London last month. So I'm afraid we are left with 1 speeding charge and 2 unsolved murders.
Unless my intuition proves right.
And even this portable signer isn't your only present.
I'm sure you only got it to incarcerate me into total immobility.
I'm offering you a bargain, Jason.
Ah.
A straight, sordid commercial bargain.
That's why you flew over from London.
Exactly.
Not so.
The information on Netta Hamilton in exchange for the rest of your book.
You want to swap 5 soul-searching, sweat-stained chapters for some tidbit information about Netta Hamilton's death last month?
There's more than that, Jason.
What is it?
Netta Hamilton lived a particularly interesting life, especially the part she spent in Rome in the 1930s.
What was she doing in Rome?
Oh, what wasn't she doing?
Oh, you mean scandal? Oh, tell me.
Her name was linked with almost everyone in the government and nobility at that time, not excluding Mussolini himself.
You mean she was providing the same kind of service?
Discreet parties for indiscreet gentlemen in London, Berlin, Paris, and Rome.
What happened when war broke out?
Well, she stayed on in Rome.
In spite of the fact that America and Italy were at war.
Well, there were rumors of a close liaison between a member of the Italian government and a child, but...
A child?
Yes. When am I going to get those remaining chapters?
Pass me the telephone, please. I think you might get them by the weekend, at least. Hello? Could I have the American Embassy, please? Just one little detail I have to check. Hello? Jason King. I'd like to speak to the ambassador. Yes, well, I'm sure he will. Jason King. Thank you. Would you like to check the temperature of the cold water plunge for me, then? Hello, George. Yes, Jason. Listen, I'll come straight to the point. Do you remember, after the Baltimore dollar scandal, you said that you might permit me certain facilities?
Ready? 1 degree above freezing.
What?
1 degree above freezing.
Turn the hot water tap on immediately. Hello, George. Yes, there are certain facilities you spoke of.
Epilogue by Jason King. The beautiful Contessa Arabella de Maggiore, daughter of wartime Minister Count de Maggiore, and Netta Hamilton, one of the most successful United States intelligence agents of the Second World War.
Thought you'd find it. It's in the usual place. You better get dressed. We've both got a date. Yours is just up the road. I'll drop you off. It's on my way.
I thought Netta Hamilton's secret was buried forever in the files of the State Department.
It was, until this afternoon.
What made you turn it up after all these years?
Intuition.
Intuition.
Pre-war Rome, parties, ministers, espionage. Now, 30 years later, same name connecting the gap. Neda Hamilton. Her life story must have given somebody the idea. It wasn't very well known, especially the part about the child by one of Mussolini's wartime ministers.
From there, it was not difficult.
Well, circumstances forced a few cuts. There were only 23 ministers in his last government.
And one of them was the Count Fausto de Maggiore.
In spite of my incredible vanity, it had occurred to me why you were so anxious to sculpt me.
And only a woman would have thought of that unimaginable act I was supposed to have perpetrated in a bowler hat.
What are you doing?
Well, you're not going to need them, and I don't see why the state should have them. Poor Neda Hamilton. Don't think she'd have been very proud of you.
What did she care? She was a rich woman. She could afford to do what she liked for the love of her country.
So lack of patriotism became a very saleable commodity. Probably the only thing that's changed in 30 years.
Why not? There is no shortage of information, and there is no shortage of buyers.
Well, that never changes. So Cora Simpson supplied the girls and you supplied the guests.
Yes. It was a perfectly balanced operation.
Except that Anne Wilcox wanted to try a little blackmail.
Not even then. After all, we still had you, a man with a fatal weakness.
Oh?
Overconfidence.
In this case, amply justified. Amply justified. I've had the key from the very beginning.
Yes, they're calling my play. Look, last questions, gentlemen, please.
Will you be working on your new book as you cross the South Pole, Signor King?
Well, I'm always working. My mind is always full of ideas.
Do you mean you get ideas?
Whatever the physical conditions?
Whatever the physical... oh, yes, I've had some good ideas for stories while climbing the south face of Annapurna, and the Windjammer, and the China Seas. And which camera are we on? Oh, in a sauna, and even, very occasionally, in bed. Now, gentlemen, if you will excuse me, I really must...